Hello everyone, Zev here, and welcome back to another video. Now, I am absolutely just beyond blown away with how the Season 9 video did. I was not at all expecting to get results anywhere near this. It was just another day for me just posting another video, and I was not at all thinking it would turn out this way. The video has gotten almost 5k views, and since then I've gained almost around 50 subs. And for that, I give you guys a big thank you for giving my video a shot, because that was the most time I've ever put into producing a video. Not including writing the script and recording, that video took me around 2 weeks to make. And it really is mind-blowing to see how well it paid off. So thank you guys for giving it a shot, and welcome to all the new subscribers. So I got the idea to make this video last night when I received another comment on my video giving a really long Season 9 theory, and I really wanted to respond to it, but I then got the idea to just sit down and take a look at some of the comments left on my video, because a lot of them are really in-depth and constructive. I really love that. So I wanted to take my time and respond to some of the theories and ideas that some people left, and just comment on overall things people said. Alright, let's go. Alright, the first comment that we're going to take a look at is probably the best one on the video. It's the one that I pinned, and this is honestly one of the greatest comments that I've gotten. It's so short and simple, but it doesn't need anything else. I love this idea. All the way from Ponyville, from Lyra Heartstrings herself. I want a global problem, like a war, and at the end of it, help of the main six, young six, princesses, and the equestrian civilians. The world is unite under one flag and be like that forever. Happy, full with peace. Later, you know how the first episode of the show started with opening a book? I want to see that book close, and there is some pony explaining the lost legends thousands of years later. I love that idea. I think, I really do like that. I think that's really cool. It's really simple, it's really short, but I think that would fit perfectly. That is something I would really love to see. Now, somebody replied to this saying, the actual implications of everyone now being under one nation's flag is massively fucked up when you look at the real world equivalents to all being under one flag or group that wanted this kind of thing, with their nation and way of life being the norm of everyone else. That could leave the door open for a force to oppose this forced equestrian occupation and result in some of the good storytelling if they'd like to continue exploring the Generation 4 universe that they've set up. That is definitely a really interesting way of looking at it. I really don't know what to... It's really hard for me to understand that. I really don't know how to comment back on that. But I will say, in terms of, I don't think we need to worry about that too much, considering that this is going to be the show's, the Generation 4's ending. And that it only is really going to be a problem if they choose to add in more from G4 to G5. That's the only thing we need to worry about. But if they don't, then living under one flag really shouldn't be a problem. Now, I actually want to bring these up too, because I got a lot of people saying, I do kind of want to apologize, because the title of my video can actually be really deceiving, because in terms of what we should expect from Season 9, the way I explain that is the routine and the true outlook of it, and not the actual things that we would want to see, actual occurrences, the returning of characters, or any of that. I didn't end up going deep into that, and which is why I ended up getting a lot of comments the only thing I want to see is Spike's true parents. I don't think you need to worry about that. I don't think we need to worry about that at all, because they've been building this up for, pretty much the entire series, from one episode to another. And if this is going to be the show's end, there is no way they are going to leave us unanswered. If they do, then wow. But odds are, they're not going to do that. Odds are they're going to put a lot of time and thinking into this season. They're going to put a lot of time and thinking into Spike's actual past, or his true parents. I guess I shouldn't say past, considering that P's lived with Twilight all his life, but yeah. So in terms of Spike's parents, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think we're going to get that. Another comment like that left was, I only want Sombra back. And I got a lot of people supporting Sombra in this video, and I just want to say that Sombra was I was never really that close to him as a character. I always thought he was bland and just didn't have enough character. But I also had a lot of people commenting that the reason that he could be so, like, the reason a lot of people like him is, like, the possibility of giving him, like, a backstory and his actual past, actual reason for his actions. And that I can agree with. If they were to go into a little bit more of Sombra, I wouldn't understand why they would. I don't think we would get a lot of Sombra in Season 9. But if they were, then odds are they definitely give him a backstory. And I hope they nail it, because I want to like Sombra. I really do. But for now, it's mixed. But we'll see what happens. And this one right here is coming from Nicholas again. And I'm not going to read through the entire thing, but he gives really, really good ideas. And one thing I do want to comment on is how he mentioned that the film things that occurred in the film had no effect on the show. And I do want to mention that I did reply to this saying that, yeah, the movie did have little impact on Season 8, even though I feel that the writers really wanted to do something about that, but it feels like they kind of gave up halfway through. Besides, they gave us new locations, such as the Hippogriffs, and they mentioned that Tempest is a canon character. However, I don't know when we're going to see her again, or if we see her again. Because if they don't show her again, after confirming her to be a canon character in the base show, then wow, they really screwed up on that one. Alright, next up, from King Firestorm. I want Chrysalis become a respectable villain like in Camelot Wedding. Also, the return of Sombra. About Chrysalis, she needs a better episode. She turned from a fearful villain to a comedy relive? What the fuck? In her last episode, my queenie need a better episode. Absolutely, our queen definitely needs a better episode, because I don't know what the hell they were thinking with the Mean Six. What was that? You hype, like, oh my god, Chrysalis has to be one of the most hyped villains in the series since she took her hiatus in the Season 6 finale. And they bring her back for one episode of the last season. They bring her back for one episode. Yeah. Screw that. She needs a much better episode. And yeah, it's safe to say that Chrysalis is going to be reformed in the next season. It's safe to say that they're going to do something really special with her. If they don't, I'm going to scream. I'm going to shout. Oh my god, I'm gonna let it all the fuck out. Alright, now here's actually the comment that inspired me to get this video going. In Season 8, we were introduced to a whole new group of characters of different species. Each character is very unique, but are all friends. This had an interesting feeling to me because that's almost exactly how the main six are. What if Season 8 was a build-up to a whole new moral and plot to Season 9, and being about our new group? What if not obvious already, this new group becomes the new Elements of Harmony bearers? Like, literally. There are so many hints leading up to that. There are 6 of them, the episode where the Tree of Harmony challenged their fears, and especially the season finale. Now, I will say, we have to remember that Friendship is Magic is almost done. It's almost over. And the Elements of Harmony plot point is probably the most pivotal one of the entire series. And if they pass it on to these new 6 characters that have not had the same amount of time and growth as the original main 6, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm gonna be honest. That is not something that I would like to see. And next they say, our main 6 have grown throughout the series of the show, and now they know all they need to know about friendship and even discovered hidden feeling within themselves. The tree was the thing that truly connected them, and even now they don't use the elements anymore and are still together. To be fair, they haven't used the elements in quite a long time. When's the last time? I mean, technically they used the elements in Season 7, but between the finale of Season 7 and going back, when was the last time they used the elements? I actually don't remember. And I also really want to make a comment on they know all they need to know about friendship. I'm sorry, but I need to respectfully disagree to that. Because what makes Friendship is Magic so amazing is that even throughout all of these years, our main characters still experience growth and still learn lessons. Nobody can ever, throughout the entire lives, know everything about friendship. I wish we could, but sadly, that's not possible. And that is the point that Friendship is Magic really wants to throw in your face, that everybody improves throughout their lives. It's impossible to know everything about friendship, but I will say, I definitely know where you were coming from with that. I think Season 9 will be about moving on from their original ties, and realizing that without their elements, they will always be together. And what happens to the elements? In Equestria's greatest time of need, the new group will gain the elements because now the elements will need to tie together a new set of friends for a while. I like that. That's definitely an idea that I would hang on to. But again, that's not something I would hang on to for the new 6 because they haven't had the same amount of time and impact in us as the original 6. Especially for a plotline that powerful. We definitely need more time to exaggerate their characters and learn and feel more love for them. However, other than that, that's a really great idea. Alright, next up, I want another Diamond Tiara episode. So do I. I've been waiting for one ever since the, what's it called? Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Yep, I knew it was an Indiana Jones reference. Yeah, I've been waiting for a Diamond Tiara episode for a while. Now, of course, it doesn't... I feel it could be about Diamond Tiara learning a little bit more about friendship and having all of that compacted into one episode, which sounds a little bit dull, but if they do it well, then it's going to turn out great, because our show has a history of taking really big and lengthy things and compacting it into one episode, and they've had great results from that. So if we were to see that, that would be great. But if we were to also see an episode that's not particularly about Diamond Tiara's, like her relationships and her friendships, it just has her as like a main cameo where she's just really involved in the situation, I would love to see that too. Alright, now this next one on here has been on my mind for a very, very long time. Waiting for a G3.5 Star Song debut. Yes, they have showed all of the original main characters from Generation 3, because Scootaloo, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow, Sweetie Belle, they were all the main characters in G3. And they also threw in Tula Rula in, what's it called? What was the name of the episode? Fame and Misfortune. They brought back Tula Rula from Generation 3, for those of you who didn't know. The only one they haven't brought back is Star Song, and they have to bring her back, unless they've already shown her in like the background or a secret or something, though I highly doubt that. I think we would see that, but I think we would have found out about that a long time ago. But yeah, I can't wait for them to bring back Star Song if they do. Alright, now this one right here. How about Equestria Girls and Sunset Shimmer? Well, in terms of Sunset Shimmer herself as the main focus, I think they've done enough of that. They've had the original Equestria Girls, they've had Rainbow Rocks, they've had Forgotten Friendship, and even moments in Legends of Everfree. They've had all of these moments greatly impact Sunset's character. Honestly, guys, I'm happy with what we have on Sunset. I think we've gotten enough. In terms of Equestria Girls itself, here's the thing, guys. I love Equestria Girls. Absolutely love them. Now, would I rank it above the main show? That's actually really tough. I can't answer that right now. But I absolutely love Equestria Girls. I hope they keep doing that. Do I want them to keep doing it after the base show ends? I don't think they will. But if they did, that would be okay. But at the same time, I don't want them doing it for too long. I would love to see another Equestria Girls movie. I'd love them to still release shorts here and there, and just keep going with what they got until the show's over. Because I love Equestria Girls. I'd want it to keep going as long as I could. Alright, next one. See, I hope Queen Chrysalis becomes good, turns beautiful, and becomes Starlight's friend. Also, Cozy Glow and Lord Tirek return for one more fight. I mean, in terms of Tirek and Cozy, I guess I'd like to see them come back. Only because... excuse me. Only really because I don't think we've had enough of Cozy. I mean, she's made good impact in Season 8, but I'm not satisfied with what she's gotten. She's a good villain. I mean, is she a good villain in terms of how smart of a villain she is? Actually, yeah, she is pretty smart. She is pretty clever. But I'll have to go into that later. But for now, just putting it plainly, yeah, I'd like to see them come back. I'd like to see them, like, strike again. That'd be cool. Crean Chrissy becoming good, we're gonna get that. If we don't get that, then again, I'm gonna scream. But yeah, without a doubt, Chrissy is most likely going to be turning good. We are going to be getting our beautiful queen, and she is going to become Starlight's friend. Like without a doubt, it's gonna happen. And Starlight's going to be the one who finally like reforms her. Starlight's going to be the one to do it. And we got our boy Nicholas back again with this. I think that you and the one other person who liked your comment are the only ones that want to see this, as everyone else is tired of the reformed villain trope that's been used to death throughout this entire series. Now, overused? Yeah, you can say that. That's actually pretty fair. But is it stale? I don't think it's stale. Because look at it this way. It's safe to say that, of course, this is just, I'm just spectating. But if I was in Hasbro's shoes, and I were to be always making all of these villains reform, I would be trying to make the point that any being, good or bad, can find the lighthearted side of things and change themselves. I mean, granted, yes, I too have gotten kind of sick and tired of it. It kind of becomes predictable, but even if we don't like it, does it still follow what they're trying to go for? Because at the end of the day, if it's effectively spreading the message of what they're trying to spread, then I don't think our opinions matter on it. Of course, we don't have to like it, but if it gets the job done on what they're trying to do, then there you go. It gets the job done. Alright, next up from Cute Skeleton. I would like to see a series finale that's 3 parts long. I could agree with that. An episode from the past with a younger Celestia and Luna. Absolutely. Some kind of development on Flurry Heart before the show ends, about her being a natural born alicorn, her special talent being hinted at, etc. Now, in terms of her special power and talent, absolutely, yes. But in terms of just having Flurry Heart in just a base episode as a character, again, like, kind of like, what was the name of the episode? I don't remember the name of the season 7 episode where Twilight had to take care of her, but in terms of something like that, I guess I'd kind of like to see that again. But mostly, like you said, I'd love to see an episode developing as more of her actual power. Starlight's true destiny revealed. Yep, definitely. Spike's biological parents appeared. There we go. Pinky episodes that don't revolve around Maud or the Yaks for once. I think only 4 Pinky episodes are revolved around Maud. And how many episodes of... Which actually, it could be a lot. I'm not sure how many episodes are Pinky-centric. But yeah, in terms of Maud, I mean, I love Maud. But yeah, some variety would be nice. Oh, 5, actually. I'm counting 5. I might be wrong, though. And the Yaks, I'm gonna admit it right now, guys. I never liked the Yaks. I never enjoyed those episodes. They are so unappealing. They might be good written episodes, because I wouldn't know because I don't watch them. But I don't get any enjoyment out of them. I mean, I don't watch them, but like nothing entices me to watch them. I've seen them, but yeah, no. They're not episodes I'd rewatch. Not a death per se, but maybe someone has to sacrifice themselves to save Equestria like the Pillars did to make for an emotional farewell that sticks with us. I could see this happening with Discord possibly. Discord would be good, and this is actually something that I would like to see. A part of me was thinking Starlight, however, that's a little sketchy. I think I'm gonna hold off on that one. And finally, Big Mac and Sugar Bill get married, though it may be too soon for that. I think 1 or 2 more episodes with them together and going through relationship conflicts should about do it until we're ready to see them move on and get married. I'd like to see that. Alright, next up from Rosie Griffiths. My opinion, them ranking seasons 1 to 8 from best to worst, I assume. Season 7, I can agree with that. I enjoyed Season 7. But again, like I said, when the season took place, in terms of how the audience was, like, affected by it at the timeline, like, in terms of, like, when the show, or when the season was coming out, I feel that negatively impacted some people. But at the end of the day, I really love Season 7. Season 4, that has to be, I think, my first or second least watched season of the series. I have not watched a lot of Season 4 episodes. There were a lot of definite memorable ones that I would put in my top 20 list. I don't watch that season anymore. I don't watch a lot of it. Season 6, my all-time favorite, of course, ranking at number 3. There we go, thank you. Season 5, loved Season 5. One of the greatest seasons of the series. because of how impactful it was to the actual plot. And character development, beautiful. Like, I'm happy where you put it. Season 3, probably my least watched season. I just don't watch it. Like, just nothing. That's it. I don't watch it. Season 1, great way to kick off a series. Still good. Still good episodes. But I don't see a lot of people going back and rewatching it. Season 8. I enjoyed Season 8, but it's not the best. Season 2. A lot of great episodes. Great impact. Great expansion from Season 1. Again, I don't watch it often. Yeah, there you go. This was really hard, and I changed my mind about a dozen times. I don't hate Season 2, I just like the other ones more. There you go. At least they explained. See, the reason Twilight becomes an alicorn is because it was supposed to be the show finale. They were supposed to end the show there, but they carried on. That would have been so BS. I mean, yes, I am aware that the show was originally supposed to end there, but if they ended the show smack right there, actually, no. Actually, like I said in my Season 9 video, the setup to Alicorn Twilight was good. And in terms of how it was set up, and they ended it like that, I think it would have been fine. But in terms of what we wanted to see, yeah, that's definitely not on our bucket list. Also, Season 5 used to be number 3, but I watched it over 45 times on TV waiting for Season 6, and I got really bored. Understandable. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us were just hammering Season 5 waiting for the next season. Oh my goodness. I want Twilight and the others to look back on their past adventures, sing some past songs, and at the very end, character in the show appears on screen at the very end, like in the Season 5 finale. The Season 5 finale was gorgeous. It was beautifully written. It was an absolutely amazing finale, and I mentioned that that's how I would want the series. That episode, I would have been happy with the series ending there. Sadly, it didn't, but yeah, that's a pretty good... In terms of singing past songs, I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on how they deliver it, but I can be happy with that. Alright, this next one really stuck out to me, and we were all thinking it. Some things I hope for, they won't fall into the SJW agenda, which is very possible due to the nature of the show and the company that makes it. Oh my. If they get into some political shit, I think that's the one thing that will make me leave the show. Because, of course, I think they throw in some hints of, like political, like Season 5, Starlight, they had the dictatorship. And the episode to change a changeling in the feelings corner, I'm pretty sure that moment with that changeling was a reference to gender identity. I'm pretty sure it was. But if they go more into that, I am not going to be happy with that. I'm going to hate that. Though, to be fair, we had like one joke. I do remember that gender joke standing out in Season 7. I don't remember any that stuck out in Season 8. So, I might be wrong. But I don't think they're going to hammer it in too much. But if they do, I'm probably going to have to become a political channel. They will embrace the potential for darker, more mature themes as they did before. I also want them to bring back the music genres like orchestral, ambient, metal into the mix, because instrumentals kind of became all happy lately for both songs and background music. Darker themes? Definitely. I'd love to see that. That the show will give more depth to its unique world by telling us the individual stories of the different inhabitants of the land. See artifact merchants, magic students, royalty, soldiers, researchers, etc. Soldiers? Definitely. We need to find out what... Actually, I don't know if we're going to get anything on the Royal Guard. Because at this point, I think even the creators throughout the episodes have been hammering in how much the Royal Guards are just... they're just supposed to be there. They're not supposed to do anything. I don't know if we're going to get any more, but it'd be cool that they don't make the main 6 stupid again just to force the plot and instead give them some rest as part-time friendship enforcers. I wouldn't mind some serious character development, though many of them have potential for personality shift, in my opinion. Make the main 6 stupid again. What are you referring to? I mean, I'm sure you have your reasons. Of course, I'm sure I know what you're talking about, but it just didn't stick out to me that way. I'd love for you to tell me what you were referring to. Alright, these two mention, I want to see Scootaloo's mom and dad. I only want to see more backstory on Scootaloo. We're going to get that. We are definitely going to get that. Like, at this point, we've gotten this far in the series that's what they're going to give us. Like, without a doubt. So I don't think we have to worry about that too much. Alright, this one right here, spoiler alert, Season 9 is going to be a disaster. We won't see Tempest nor some and far most popular characters other than the main 6, and Derpy and few background ponies. It's all going to be random again, and not rich story like the manga. Someone responded with, how do you know this? And they said, because of the comics, that's ruining the show. The comics aren't canon. If they weren't canon, then tell me this, what truly happened to King Sombra if Season 9 doesn't bring him on? Or the time when the Queen, if they don't do the story for Season 9, or the time with Tirek for Season 9, or the time... P.S. It's part canon. It is true that I've read the comic, I own the comics myself, and they are part canon, but at the same time, that means that they are part not canon. I do not believe it is safe at all to follow the comics for the show. Definitely not. Because I was really confused when you said we won't see Tempest nor some and four more popular characters other than the main 6. Like, I was really curious how you would know that. But then you said because of the comics. Then you also mentioned, see, if they weren't canon, then tell me this, what truly happened to King Sombra if Season 9 doesn't bring him in? The Queen. I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a really hard time understanding that. So I'm just gonna leave it at this. The comics are part canon, and the comics are also part not canon. And if there is any doubt at all, then it is not safe to follow the comics for the main story. Oh, and I would also like to announce right here that it looks like we probably have an official air date. However, I am not sure if this has been confirmed yet. This person only said that it was from leaks. But for now, let's keep this in mind. And there are also a lot of people questioning whether Season 9 is the final season or not. And I will say, it was kind of a, I will admit, it was kind of a mistake on my part to make it sound like Season 9 is the final season, considering that it's a very popular opinion, but I have yet to see it confirmed. And I'm also seeing a lot of people saying that it's going to Season 10. However, I haven't seen that confirmed either. And people are saying that it has been confirmed, but no one's left any links. So if you guys have the actual confirmed evidence of this, please send it to me, because I really love to see this. Alright guys, and I think that that's gonna do it for today. I had a lot of fun going through these and sharing opinions. I really love that we're able to do that, and I want to make sure that we can continue to do that as constructively as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have anything to add, feel free to comment down below. As always, be constructive and civil. It makes things much easier for everyone, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out, every pony.